Looking back on my younger years as I get closer to being 18 and an adult, there is something that I am proud of myself for. I went through my life and I navigated life in a way that felt good for me, but nowadays that way of life is called cringe by some people. And there are a few different names for what this kind of lifestyle is. Some people call it being the main character. Some people call it acting like you're in a movie. Some people say it's being the center of the universe. Obviously, none of these are true in a way, but I used to live my life like this, and this is looked down upon nowadays, and I want to talk about it. You might see someone living their life this way, authentically, and then someone else will come along and say, damn, bro thinks he's living in a movie, or damn, she thinks she's the main character, and they kind of are mocking them. Notice how I said I used to live my life like this. Let me take you back to sophomore year of high school, which is 2 years ago now. I was waking up at around 6:30 a.m. at that time, and I get in the shower first thing in the morning to wake up. After I got out of the shower, I'd grab my headphones, my Beats Solo Pros that I still have with me to this day, and I'd play my favorite songs at the time. I might have listened to music maybe a little too loud, but it was awesome. And I kid you not, at 6:45 a.m., about to go to school, I'd be playing my favorite music, literally dancing around my kitchen, making breakfast, eating breakfast, literally just acting like I was in a movie. I'd be listening to, I remember so clearly, Come On Eileen, that one weird Irish song. And I would just be feeling pure euphoria as I did it, as I had my protein shake and waffles, actually excited to go to school. As I talked to people that I came across, I was literally blazing with confidence. There was no insecurity inside of me at all. I was just excited to go talk to new people and have a new experience, unique experience every day. All I needed was my music, myself, and biking to school, and I was just fine, and I truly did love life at the time. I have a memory of being in history class and looking at the calendar to see what day it was. I believe it was November 22nd, 2021, and in my mind, I said one thing which I'll never forget. I'd say the words in my mind, today is November 22nd, 2021. This day will never come again. I refuse to let it go to waste. I mean, it's true, I was only going to be 15 once after all, and I didn't want to just speed run through life. I wanted to take things slow and enjoy each and every single day, and I did that by acknowledging today is November 22nd. This is very different as to what a lot of people do during the school year and as what I catch myself doing now. I wanted the school year to be over and done with as soon as possible, and it seemed like if I was just not present, not acknowledging what day it was, weekends, Thanksgiving breaks, and days off would just come quicker. But is that a way to live? But why? Why was I trying to speed run through life my one time of being 15, 14, 16? Why was I not enjoying every day? We have to realize that we are young once, and sooner rather than later, we're going to be adults with real responsibilities rather than just doing well in school. I feel like adolescence is such an important part of our lives. I mean, you go and ask any adult, ask them, what was your favorite years of your life? And a lot of them will say, my teenage years. But I don't know if a lot of us teenagers right now are going to say the same thing, but it doesn't have to be that way. I want you to acknowledge that you are only this age one time in your life, and to do what I did last year and just speed run through life, not acknowledge each and every day as a single unique opportunity to experience life in a completely unique way, I think we're going to regret that. We're going to regret looking back at our youth knowing we weren't present. We're going to regret looking back at our youth knowing we kind of just wasted time to get to some other area of our life, adulthood, when there would be no school, and we never sat back and appreciated where we were at the time. But there is a simple cure for these issues. It's to wake up and every single morning, or as soon as you consciously can, repeat those words to yourself. Today is July 27th, 2023. I will never be this young at this time ever again. I refuse to let this day go to waste. Obviously, just replace July 27th with whatever day today is if you're watching this. I say don't let your day go to waste, and a lot of people freak out. Reece, you can't work all the time. Reece, you need to relax. You need to slow down. To that, I say I completely agree, because when I was dancing at 6:30 a.m. listening to pop music, was I working hard? No. When I was blazing with confidence, talking to as many people as I could because it was just fun to me and unique to me, was I working hard? No. I was just acknowledging today is a new, unique day. I am only young once. I'm going to make the most out of my day. This is what I mean when I say don't let a day go to waste. I'm not saying go be a monk and work for 7 hours. No. Just acknowledge that every day is a completely new experience, to not let it just pass you by. But that was November 2021 when I was doing those things. Why did I stop? Why did I stop romanticizing life? Why did I stop painting a beautiful picture of life where every day was unique and it was like a whole fairy tale movie? Why did I stop? And why did you stop? For a quick way to make you tear up, watch the music video in the description called Young by Vacations. Now, this song is nostalgic, but it is very sad in a way, but the videos that accompany it are beautiful. And to me, this represents being young in no other way I've ever seen in my whole life. To me, we should live our life like we're in a music video. And now someone out there is like, oh, look at this kid trying to live his life like a music video. And to that I say, by trying to live our life like we're in a music video, we will naturally be happier. Let me explain. You're going to want to go out and do dumb stuff and fun stuff with your friends because that's what people in music videos and movies do. You are going to go ask out that person that you're interested in because that is the plot of 1,000 different movies. You are going to dance through life like I was doing on that November morning, except I was just doing it unintentionally, but I can choose to do that now intentionally and feel the same kind of happiness and presence that I was feeling back then. There is some conflict in the statement, be the main character, live your life like a movie, and you want to know why? It's because people are threatened, because we are jealous, and for someone else to see me dancing, being happy, being my authentic self, and to see you, truly enjoying yourself, acting like you're the star of this imaginary show, they're going to sit back and think, why aren't I living like that too? We naturally get jealous when we see someone else having more fun than us, so of course they're going to try to put us down for being our fun, authentic selves. But we can't let their negativity stop us from living our most true, enjoyable, authentic lives. Raise your hand if you've been doing something fun and someone's tried to bring you down for it. You see this all the time, anywhere you go. I was reading this book yesterday about a man who came across 2 other men. One of them was very afraid of getting ill. He wouldn't go out often because he was afraid he was going to catch an illness. As soon as someone did so much as cough, he would move in the complete opposite direction of them. He was extremely conscious of what he ate, where he was, and who he was around because he was so afraid of getting sick. He didn't live his life, and here's the craziest part. He actually went from doctor to doctor to doctor to try to diagnose him with something to confirm that he was actually sick. He wanted an excuse to not go out, to not live his life, to kind of live a half-assed life because he was, he's sick. He's afraid of getting, that's why. He wanted to confirm this idea in his brain. And then there's another man. He was diagnosed with tuberculosis and he had to live a very regulated life. And then he told a story that still sends chills down my spine as soon as I read it or hear about it. I'm going to live until I die and not get life and death confused. While I'm on this earth, I'm going to live. Why only be half alive? Every second and every minute that someone spends worrying about their death or things outside of their control, that person may as well be dead himself. That man that was diagnosed with tuberculosis went on to raise an entire family, become a lawyer, and truly enjoy his life. A friend and a college educator of the speaker came back from World War II with a missing arm. And despite this man being named John always had a smile on his face and was always helping others. And the speaker described him as the most optimistic person he had ever met. When asked about the handicap, John said, "It's just an arm. Surely 2 is better than 1. I mean, they cut off my whole arm, but my spirit is 100% intact. And I am very grateful for that." These people all had excuses to give up, to stop trying to live their life and romanticize their life, because movies aren't made about people like them, but they all didn't give up. Why only be half alive? When you are on this earth, live. Truly live. Romanticize your life. Pretend you're in a movie. Be the main character despite what anyone else says is cringe. You might ask, well, how will I know when I'm truly living? And to that, my answer is, you're not going to have to ask that question. As for myself, I'm just going to take my own advice. I know from experience how enjoyable life is when I pretend, I'm in a movie. Because if you think about it, it's kind of true in a way. The spotlight effect is a phenomenon where people think that they are noticed more than they really are. Have you ever been in class and you accidentally say a very wrong answer and a few people might snicker at you and give you weird looks, and you think about it for the next day and maybe the next week? Were those people in your class thinking about that incident even an hour after it happened? Absolutely not. It's just in our mind's eye, we are the center of the universe. There's a reason humans used to think that we were the center of the universe. Now we know that not to be true, but in our mind's eye, everything that happens outside of us is perceived and affected to you. We think about ourselves for 95% of the day, so embrace this and make stupid YouTube videos and be the star of your own life and watch a sunset while listening to really awesome music and just be your true, authentic self, regardless of what anyone else has to say about it. Start with today, right now, acknowledging what day it is and that you refuse to let this day go to waste. Remember that those who have something to say about you living your true, authentic life are jealous in a way because they too want to live their authentic life and to not be half alive, but something inside of them stops it. So go out today, live your truest life, don't be half alive. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Check the 2 links in the description. Bye-bye.